Hello. Right, some new goodies. Obviously, we used to work with Sonik years ago when we first opened the shop, so that's what, 14 years ago, near enough. And we've been out and took a bit of interest in the Nytro range. Went and had a damn good look around the range at one of their trade fairs last year, and it's like, wow, this is really nice stuff actually. So yeah, quite impressed with it. So I've just thought just show you a couple of the bits that I'm sort of think will fit quite nicely, with a few bits. Me, I like to look after myself with some kit as well, ain't I? But I need to go out and try it. Some bits I've had to play around with, not properly in anger, but I've had a good look at them. So that's kind of it really. So I thought we'd just have a look at a couple of little bits and bobs. So I just brought a few bits upstairs. Don't do a lot of product reviews, do I? I don't know whether I should or shouldn't. I mean, there seems to be loads and loads of people doing product reviews on YouTube, and it's kind of not really, I don't know whether it's my thing or not. I mean, everybody knows that obviously what goes on the shelf I've looked at, used and abused, and it'll find its place on the shelf. I don't just stick stuff on the shelf just for the sake of it. Some stuff I've stuck on the shelf and then I've struggled to get hold of it again. I found it an absolutely awesome product. Can I get it anymore? Does my head in when it's stuff like that. But anyway, that's a different subject. Right, so brought up a couple of the NTR reels. So the 3000 and 4000s were started off with, because I think they fit absolutely beautiful with this time of year and what a lot of you guys are doing, sort of small float fishing, bit of feeder fishing, method feeder fishing, waggler fishing, etc. So they fit quite nicely. So we'll have a quick gander at them in a minute. The subline, I've not actually used the subline. I've had to play around with it, but not actually used it. I've spooled couple of reels up, which when I get a chance I'll go out with Leon to use feeder fishing. Sure, the smaller diameters will probably be perfect for a bit of heavy waggler fishing as well, but we've stocked at the moment the sizes that kind of fit this kind of year, when I find most people are going out method feeder fishing and stuff like that. So I'm gone sort of 020, 023, and then we've gone some absolute brutal stuff that's a bit bigger. But it should be nice when the rivers are open as well. I think it's going to work quite well on the rivers. It should be pretty tough. Now, I definitely spooled up one of my reels up with this, but again, I'm not really going to be out using it until river season starts. But quite impressed with it. It spools up lovely, which is the X8 Braid. So again, I've only gone for some sizes that kind of, I think, suit the area, being a sort of late commercial stuff. A lot of places on the commercials won't allow you to use it actually, but on the rivers I use Braid an awful lot actually. I like Braid. I've used Braid for donkey's years. So I've gone sort of, this is 08, so nice and fine, and we've got an I think it was an 010 I think, which again I think fits sort of around this sort of area, a majority of what people are going to be doing. Yeah, I was quite impressed with that spools up, so I'm quite looking forward to using that, because the Braid I was using over last winter on the Winter League is absolutely knackered now. It's a few seasons old to be honest with you, and that was the old Berkeley stuff. Nice. Net wise, brought a couple of nets. Get through quite a lot of landing nets and Keepnets myself, to be fair, and I know a few of the other lads around and about do. I brought some smaller ones up just to have a quick look at, because I think actually for probably more my style of fishing the canals and fishing a lot of sort of silver venues, I think these will fit in quite nicely. So landing net, this is a nice sort of, this is a 16, so it's quite nice and small to be fair, but it's got a damn good strong frame in it. Sometimes these smaller nets, the frames aren't very strong, so if you end up catching a bonus bream, yeah, it's going to be a struggle to get it in there, but once it's in there, you ain't frightened about it folding up on the frame. It's dead light. I think that size personally is going to be absolutely bang on for fishing the canals. I'm fishing the river, to be fair. I know this is what they class as a it's for a hair rig net. So it's quite fine to stop your sort of well, your stops and stuff getting stuck in it when you're fishing the commercials. But if you're again sort of commercial silver league, ideal for that, perfect for skimmers and stuff like that. Obviously they do different sizes, so I just bought this up. We've got quite a nice selection of nets from them. So this is a 16 and there's an 18 and there's a 20. But yeah, I don't know what you think, but I think that's for what I do a lot of, which certainly coming into this time of year fishing the canals, is absolutely bang on. And say if you were lucky to catch a bonus fish, it's not going to fold up on you because it is a nice strong frame and it's light as well. It doesn't weigh anything. When you need to be chucking stuff around on the canal because there's people up and down the towpath behind you, it should be bang on. So on that side of things, so we'll come back to the reels in a minute. I've looked at a few Keepnets over the years, quite like some of the other brands of Keepnets, which we've kept in. But they seem to have cut corners a little bit. I don't know if you've noticed, some of them don't seem to have the peg-out rings on the bottom. And some of them seem to have, I don't know, just they're good, but I think they're obviously trying to cut costs a little bit. This is what they class as their lake and canal. It's the standard size really, 2.5 metre. It's quite a nice mesh. To be fair, it's quite an open mesh, so I know they've added that, but I think this will be ideal on the rivers as well. Obviously not a big river net, which is some big river nets that we need sort of 3 metre plus jobs. But for knocking around on the river, if you were pleasure fishing on the river and you want to keep that, ideal. The mechanism is quite nice, seems to work. Again, not tried it in anger, so hopefully it will stick up. Obviously it locks up as you tighten it up. It's got, hard to show you upstairs really. It has got pull through sections, so it's got pull out handles as well, which makes it damn sight more easier for obviously tipping your catch back, whether you're weighing in or whether you're just pleasure fishing, tipping back. But I quite like, obviously, that it's an open mesh, which is great on the rivers because it lets a bit more water flow through. Obviously, it's got stakeout rings, which is great, which seems to be no end of them don't have that anymore. The frame seems quite nice and strong, so fairly happy with that, to be fair. And it's 50 quid. 50 quid for a Keepnet, that's pretty damn good, to be fair. So impressed with that, which is one of the reasons why we went for that. There is some other ones in their range, but again, trying to fit with what's local. Obviously you guys are probably out fishing a lot of the sort of commercial style. Bloody hay fever, it drives me nuts. Sorry guys, should have brought a drink up with me, shouldn't I? And I've not cleaned my teacup out. You probably won't be using Keepnets, to be fair, but I think again for a lot of the style of stuff that people fish with me, we're fishing the canals or a spare backup Keepnet, stuff like that from the rivers, or if you're just out pleasure fishing on the rivers, that is absolutely bang on for what I like. Right, let's have a quick look at these reels, so we don't want to be going on too long, do we? Again, not used these in anger, but I've had a damn good look at them, and I think that, to be fair, value for money wise, they're absolutely stonking. So these are like less than 30 quid. A reel's a reel is a reel. I just think they're quite nicely made. Yeah, we can spend silly amounts of money on reels, but if you're after a new reel this year that doesn't break the bank, it's going to do what you want it to do. So I've not been out using them in anger, but I've had a play around with them at the trade fair, and I've had a damn good play around with them in the shop. Metal spools, can buy spare spools as well. I need to get some of them in. This is a 3000, they do a 4000 as well. Obviously the 4000's got the deep spool on it, the usual thing really. It's nice and smooth. It's generally what you get with reels these days, isn't it? And it's surprising what the damn just good value for money. They're not too long in the foot, so you could get your fingers around them for casting, and they've got a decent clip on them as well if you're clipping up. with destructions. Well, it comes with basically spare parts. You don't see that in reels. You used to see it years ago. I think you're still doing the old Keepnets. They send you with some spare washers as well for behind your spool. That's it really. What else can you say about them? It's a 3000 and 4000. Let's get the 4000 out of the box as well. I just think that the other reels, their higher end reels are really nice. And I remember when we used that with the Sonik, people that know Sonik on the carp fishing side of things, their carp fishing reels are really well made, really put together well. I don't know who manufactures these for Sonik, but or any of their reels, to be fair. I just think they're just good value for money. So I've not tried them in anger. They seem well put together. Obviously just the usual standard things now, infinite reverse and the whole shebang on them. So that's the 4000. Obviously got deeper spool. 4000 ideal for your method feeder fishing, heavier bomb fishing, maybe big wags. Your 3000s, I'm quite happy. That'd be quite a nice reel on the river as well, actually, for trotting a stick float down. It's nice shallow spool. Like I say, you can get your fingers around the spools quite nicely, which I like myself for my float fishing. Perfect waggler fishing reel. I suppose not that I really know anything about it, but maybe a big lure fishing reel. So that's it really. I mean, sub 30 quid reels. What more do you want? I think it just fit perfect. Obviously, it's quite a bit more of the Nytro stuff in the shop. We've got the tackle pot landing net handles, more landing nets, and there's a lot more stuff to come. So come and have a look on the website. Come and have a chat if you want to come and have a play around with rods and stuff as well. We've got some of the, again, that's fitting with this time of year, commercial rods, a feeder rod and waggler rod should be perfect for what we need at the moment around here. And then there's the bigger stuff which will come later on in the year when we're heading more towards sort of the old rivers. Yes, come and have a look. Pay us a visit, and we'll have a look at some more stuff another day. Take care all. Oh, don't forget, please don't forget, because it makes a big difference to it and I can see it when it's happening. Don't forget to, if you don't subscribe, please do, because it helps. Like it, hit the notification bell. I mean, I do put stuff on. I've had a bit of time off recently with Easter and everything. Try and put something on regular. I'm not going to do loads and loads of product videos because that's not really me. I was going to get some other stuff done. I'll get that on for you. But yeah, don't forget, like and subscribe and share. I'll see you soon.